how's it going? I'm Rusty Nelson, and welcome to my gallery here in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. Now, there's going to be a lot of things that are different compared to the first video I did and the last videos that I did. One, I was actually going to go out and play pickleball, but unfortunately, because of the snowstorm outside, they have canceled pickleball, so I won't be playing pickleball today. So I just decided to come down here and do this because I was thinking about all these things, and I said, well, I'll just go down and make a video about this. So this is going to be just a little different than the normal video, because when I first started doing this, as you all know, and I'll stop explaining this, I started covering from the very beginning my first phone call to go to a lifestyle preview visit down to the villages. And that's kind of part of what this is about. It's actually going to start the channel. I'm going to keep it going because thank you so much to everybody that subscribed. And I really think people are getting something out of this. And so I'll keep doing it. And that's what this video is about, is just kind of an update to a lot of things. The last video I did was about Some Kind of Heaven, the movie, a movie review. Now, you may want to go back and watch that. I guess I'll put the link up there if we can. If you're watching it on a computer or your iPhone, maybe you'll get it. I don't know. But anyway, it kind of started a little bit of a firestorm. And I realized that the firestorm came from the fact that the people that were kind of negative about the whole thing, and I don't get too much negative stuff, but were negative, were actually hadn't seen the movie. Some of them didn't live in the villages, which just seems to be normal from the BS comments I get, which most of the stuff, let me just say right away as I'm rambling on here, anything political, I tend to strike out and I don't put up there because, to tell you the truth, that was one of the best things when I went down for my lifestyle preview visit, was the fact that nobody really talked politics. Now, it was right in the middle of the election, and nobody was talking politics, which I thought was so refreshing. We all have our views. We all care about it. But you know what? Everybody's down in the villages to have a good time. And I just found that it was really refreshing that when I went belly up to the bar, or went to a restaurant and talked to people and said, hey, I'm here on a lifestyle visit, I really didn't get bashed with a bunch of political stuff. In fact, it was almost missing completely. So, what's this video about? This is kind of like a catch up to things. And one of the things that people have asked me is about this gallery here. And that's why all the lights are on, because I'm going to grab another camera here. I'm just going to kind of show you around what's in this gallery, because people go, is it an art gallery? Do you paint? And I'll explain that in a second. And we'll talk a little bit about that firestorm with the Some Kind of Heaven video I did. And about part 2 that I was going to do, which kind of was more about how I feel about the village and some of my opinions before I go down there. And remembering that I'm probably like a lot of you, and I have only been on a lifestyle preview visit. But like anything else in this world, you get first impressions. And so I want to pass those things along to you. And actually, because I'm doing this, I will tell you right now, I am going to start another video which could be beneficial to a lot of people, and we'll talk about that in a second. But first, I want to do is go ahead and go over, and I'm going to grab this other camera. I'll show you around here so we can get that out of the way. Just hang on one second while I do that. And as you can tell, the camera switched, so I'm going to grab that right now. And so this is the area that I do my videotaping in. That's kind of a lift desk right there. And this is one of my printers, and that's actually an image that I printed off of that. And as you can tell right now, it's a photography gallery. Actually, there's a map of the villages so that I can keep telling myself where it's at, and some of the newspapers from the villages. But this is just, some images that I've taken, and there's all different kinds of stuff in there, some portrait work that I did. And this is my grandmother. I don't know if you can see her right there, but that's my grandmother. She was Miss Paramount 1923 to 25, which was kind of cool. And so this is one of the images. A lot of people don't know it, but I'm actually a storm chasing guy during the summer, where I bring people in from all over the world, most of them photographers, and go out and chase storms. And this is, we'll take a look outside. It has been snowing. I don't know if you can see up the street. or down the street. But anyway, that is the little town of Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. And that is, we are the mushroom capital of the world, supposedly. But anyway, these are some of my images, and this is some light painting stuff that I do. And this is from one of the local sculptures. And let's see, here is just kind of like a sitting room. I've had people say that this isn't a gallery, it's a man cave. I have some of the wines that I've collected, and I drink with my friend Don here, who he's a great drinking buddy. He doesn't say much, but he's a good drinking buddy. Anyway, this is an area where I do some work, battery charging, and this is where I do, oops, I got a picture that's kind of crooked. Eagle, some of my the Coyote from Death Valley equipment. And then this is my larger printer right here, which does 44-inch wide, and I can go like, I don't know how long. And this is one of the light painting images that I've done. Anyway, let's jump back to this really quick. I will hang this back up here, and we will go back. So there we go. Let's jump in right away and talk about, oh wait, I did want to do one thing and look at this, because some people have had a problem with this. People were not getting informed when they subscribed. They were saying, well, I'm not getting informed. So if you look down here on the bottom, there's a subscribe button. This is the America's Cup Prada races. When you hit subscribe, there's going to be a little bell that comes up down here on the bottom. And if you click on that bell, it'll say personalized, all, or none. If you click all, you will get notified of all of the information that I give. Anytime I put a video out, you will get it. So when you hit subscribe, you also have to come down here and hit all. That's that. Okay, we got one thing out of the way. All right, I'm back. So let's talk about this the last video I did, which was some review on Some Kind of Heaven. Let me say again that if you haven't watched it, I'll put the link up somewhere. You should go watch it. It is a character study. I used to work in the industry. I used to direct and produce. So it is a character study that just so happens to take place in the villages. That's all I'm going to say. So my level of knowledge of the villages, nobody really cares, because it could have taken place in Japan. But what I'm finding out is a lot of people look at it and they think it's a documentary of the villages. They look at a trailer and they go, I don't like what I see, and therefore I don't like the movie. And they're going to voice their opinion. Well, that's great. Everybody's entitled to an opinion. But it's not a movie about the villages. It just so happens the characters are from the villages. So I liked it. Watch the review. Other people have done kind of the same review, and that's about it. That's all I got to say on that one. I said I was going to do part 2 of that, which was going to lead into a review of how I felt after my first trip down to the villages. But I started to get into the mental aspect, and that was kind of because of some things Barbara, a character in the movie, said about the villages. And it kind of started to make me think, and I really want to solidify that and give a good video on that, because it's kind of like my opinion of things that I saw. And that doesn't mean that it's bad or good. You'll just have to watch it. So I'm going to postpone that for a little bit, because I've got another one that's going to come out, because I've decided to go down to the villages again for a month in March. And I'm going to make a video of the process of renting for a month down there. Now, there's going to be a lot of things I find out, because to tell you the truth, I've just started on it today, and I'm realizing there's a lot of information that you can learn from doing that. And that's what I'm going to do. I haven't figured out where I'm going to stay. But while I'm down there, I'm going to do a ton of videos, hopefully get hooked up with Skip Smith again, get a bunch of drone footage. If you haven't watched Skip's channel by any chance, go ahead and do it. There's some other people, Papa Pineapple and the Newcomers. They're all good YouTube channels to watch. So go ahead and do that. And then also Inside the Bubble, a great website. The book is great. I can't say enough about that book, especially if you're first going down there. It costs a little bit, but it's definitely worth it. And there's a bunch of other stuff. I'll put a video up there that's got all that information, and you can go back and watch that one if you're kind of new. That's all I wanted to do, is answer a couple of those questions about things coming around here, kind of a short little follow-up to the last review, since it seemed to have so much controversy, and kind of let you know where I was going and that I was going back down again, and you can expect a video real soon on rentals in the villages. Once again, thank you so much everybody for subscribing. I'm really kind of flustered as how many people have, and it sounds like some people are getting some good information out of it, which is why I started this thing to begin with. And also, if you're interested in the photography, you can go over to rustynelson.com and you'll see the photography over there. Anyway, thanks again for stopping by, and I will see you on the next video, or who knows, maybe see you down in the villages in March. Have a great day.